Listen only mode.
Start recording. Okay. Guys, let me know you can hear me okay. And we can get started. And welcome to the Video Sync Alpha webinar. I'm just going to do some demonstration of what is built into the software and give you an idea how the software was built, what SEO strategies were put in there. And even if you're not familiar with SEO, you will understand by the end of this webinar that you really don't need to understand it too well anyway, because it's just checkbox stuff. Just put a tick where you want something to happen, and the software has got all the strategies already built in that we just click a few buttons and we're doing a particular task. It's very, very cool software for that kind of thing, that we can just move through campaigns, create thousands of accounts, post to thousands of accounts, and we can have intelligent SEO built in very, very easily, and we even get Google to optimize our content as well. Okay, so everybody can hear everybody. How many people we got on today?
Everybody can hear you loud and clear. We've got just over 50 people here right now.
Right, great. Okay, so I'm guessing many of you have seen some of the emails going out for Video Sync Alpha. It's a new launch and whatever. Let me tell you something first of all, that we did not create this yesterday. This is being launched 6 months after we have created it. We did not build this for launch, and I built this to be the most powerful video SEO tool ever created. Okay. That is the goal, and it still is the goal, and we might even be there by now, because by the time you see the end of this webinar, you will understand why it's different from other tools and why it's doing so much more than other tools, and what we're going to add to it in the next couple of weeks, in the next sort of 4 weeks. It will just blow your mind, because we're not finished. We will keep improving and adding stuff and taking feature requests as well. So it's not a brand new tool. It's definitely not built for launch. We've done probably over 40 updates in the 6 months, and I mean major updates, not just bug fixes. Sometimes the major updates are done in the background to make things more efficient with the queuing systems that we're using, so that we can efficiently do some syndication and bookmarking and all that kind of stuff. But there has been a lot of updates, and we continue to work on it. We have a full-time coder working on this tool. Okay, so where do we start with a tool like this with Video Sync Alpha? Well, first of all, we do have settings. Okay, I'm not going to go too deep into the settings. We've got for spinners, you can put spinner in here. We got to enable scheduled tasks. We've got multiple indexers. We've got multiple capture services and 3 spinner services that you can use. Okay, so once you have set that up, you can choose to put proxies, but I'll talk about proxies in a little while. I don't think we need it immediately. So let's just jump over first of all to the account creator. Now, many of you are probably already familiar with the type of account creation tools that we have. All my tools look the same design, so it's nice and easy to understand your way around them. Okay. Now, what is really, really powerful here is that we can create hundreds of profiles in just 2 clicks. Hundreds of profiles in 2 clicks. It will go and verify the emails. It will create the fields, the names, and everything that is needed to create accounts. We don't even need to worry about that. Okay, and how that works is we click over here where it says bulk profile creator, and it's going to give me a warning here because I don't have any proxies, and that's kind of handy, because sometimes you can forget. But I don't actually use proxies in the account creation part, but I will use HMA or hide my ass sometimes. And what I'll do is I'll do a few profiles at a time. But we do have customers that are very, very, very aggressive with this particular strategy. And what they do is they will go click up here to create emails and accounts, because we need emails. We need to verify the emails before we can start creating accounts. Now, we had a lot of problems before with Hotmail and Yahoo. So what we've done is we've built about 13 or 14 of our own email servers. Okay, so there's no messing about. We're not getting messed about by Yahoo and Hotmail and using these third-party sites that cause so many problems in the past. We just created our own, and it's really fast for the email creation and verification, so they can just keep running through doing these profiles as quickly as it can, okay? So what you can see here, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose if I want any time delay in between creating profiles. That's a good idea if you know, for some sites, because they can sense if a bot is hitting the site if we don't put a delay in there. And you can see here I've got accounts to create at 500. Now you can create 500 profiles. It should say profiles instead of accounts. There's 62 accounts in every profile on my version of Video Send Alpha. That's because I've got the network upgrade. Okay, we have our own video sharing sites in the network, like a PBN, like a private blog network, but only with video sharing sites, and that's really, really powerful. We'll talk about that later as well. Now, I think there's about 32 accounts in all. What we have in here, if I click on this button, you can choose what type of accounts to create. You can choose just established video sharing sites, or you can choose Web 2.0 sites, which are down here. We do video embedding on those, and then we have our own networks as well. We've got quite a few of those. So what happens is you can choose any or all of these. If you have the networks, obviously you can choose the networks. And we have the social bookmarker over here that has its own account creator for the social bookmarks as well. So we're creating video sharing site accounts, we're creating Web 2.0 accounts, we're creating network accounts, and we're creating social bookmark accounts separately over here. Now if I want to run that at 500 profiles, it will. And the best thing to do if you want to do that is just put a longer time delay in between them. Okay, you would need proxies for that amount of account creation. You wouldn't be able to do that with HMA. When I do it with HMA, I usually just do like 5 profiles and then change the IP to another 5 profiles, and it works nicely like that. So it just reminds me as well if I need to top up captures and things like that. So if I wanted to go and do that, and we do have people do that, they run it overnight, so they've got fresh profiles and accounts in the morning, then all they have to do is click the profile and it will go off and do it. Okay. So I'm going to actually stop this because we get this pop-up thing comes up, and the reason we've got a pop-up coming up is because of the new sort of image captures, and the only way that we can get the images via the API key over to death by capture or decapture or to capture or whoever we work with is if we have that browser control with the pop-up. That's why that pops up, whereas before we never used to have that. But I'm not sure how many other tools have actually solved the problem with the image captures, but we have done so recently, and it's meant that we can get far higher success rate with the account creation. So let me just run through that one more time, because it's really important you can understand the power behind this software for account creation. You click this button, okay, and then you leave this top one checkbox, you choose a time delay, you decide how many accounts to create, you click on create profile, and that is it. That is all you have to do. You can just go away and you can come back later and when they're done, okay, and you've got a whole bunch of accounts. That is really, really powerful account creation. There's nothing hard there at all. There's nothing to stop you from going and creating thousands of accounts on all these different types of websites, whether it's a sharing site or whether it's a Web 2.0 site. You can go and create thousands of accounts with 2 clicks of a button, okay? And once you've got these accounts in, we can use these accounts multiple times as well in different campaigns. So maybe you want to go and create 500 profiles for a specific niche that you're doing, and then you want to create another 500 profiles for a different niche or for an offline client. You can do that as well, okay? And you can just save them onto your desktop and pull them in whenever you want to use them for a particular campaign. It's a really simple system that we've built in here. There's nothing complicated at all, okay? So let me just go and talk about this tab up here first after this one. This is the Video Send Alpha tab. This one does posting to the established video sharing sites. You can see here we've got Vimeo, Dailymotion, Vidmax, and there's a few others when we get to the bottom because we added a couple more just before the launch. And you can see the success rate is pretty good. We've got a lot of green here. And what's good about this is when we've got these posted over here, we have options in the campaigns, first of all, that we can choose from. And then when we've posted them, we can click over here in this little button that says send to, and we can send all our URLs over to the social bookmarker, or we can send them to the Web 2.0 embeds, or we can send them to the networks if we want to, the private networks. Okay, we've also got indexer and pinger in here, but when we're in this the established sharing site poster, you will see that we can add videos in here, but we have options over here. Now this options we have here has got, it's just, it takes 2 minutes to go through this. It's really, really simple, really easy. You can choose to ping the URLs after uploading, index them automatically after uploading. So that will happen automatically as long as you have got an indexing service attached in the settings, okay? And some of the indexing services have got their own sort of built-in strategies as well, so it can get even more powerful. So never, never underestimate the power, the significance of indexing when you're using tools like this, because it can make a hell of a difference for your results. Okay. And here we can choose as well, do we want to make a link wheel or not? If you're not sure what a link wheel is, don't worry, we're going to be doing additional training later this week for customers, and we can go into that and when to use link wheels and when to use silos, and when we can do something called a natural link wheel as well when we're using Web 2.0 embeds. Okay, so we will cover a lot of that kind of thing. So we can choose if we want a link wheel, which basically will put a link to the previous video that was uploaded. So the first one would be uploaded and it would grab the URL. When it uploads a second video to maybe Dailymotion from, the first one might go to Vimeo, so we would take the URL from Vimeo. When we upload the second video to Dailymotion, for example, it would put that URL into the description, as well as having your money URL. So your money URL might be another YouTube video. It might be a landing page, a squeeze page, a sales page, an affiliate offer, or something like that. That would be your money URL, which would be in every single video that gets uploaded. Okay, but there's a smart way to do this, and I'm going to cover that in just a second, and I'll show you how I use it. Okay, so we can choose that as well. And also this here is hugely, hugely important. This option. This says auto spin videos before uploading. What that does is it will change the size of the video in between every single upload, so that it always looks like a different video according to YouTube or Vimeo or Dailymotion, because this video size is different every single time. The software does that automatically in the background and makes it really easy for us to give it to make it look like we've got unique videos. So even if you've only done this with one video, you can effectively take one good video and you can distribute it thousands of times, and you can even put it into the same site like YouTube in multiple channels multiple times, and it will look always like a different video. Okay, and that way we keep it very, very unique. And there's other ways that we use it. There's other ways, sorry, that we keep videos unique by spinning titles, spinning descriptions, spinning the keyword tags, and also we can spin video thumbnails as well, which makes it really effective. So there's multiple ways, and they always look like different videos. Okay, so what I like to do, and this is the first part where I really want to get into the SEO strategy stuff. We're talking about some basic things here with these options, but they're hugely important. The pinging, the indexing, choosing whether to do a silo or a link wheel, and changing the size of the video. Okay, but then we come into this section here, the long tail syndication keywords. Now this is hugely important. If you can grasp this, you will understand. By the time I've finished explaining this, if you've never seen this before, you will understand why this is going to make your video campaigns hugely effective, because we are doing SEO the way that Google wants it to be done. Okay, and I don't mean because of the mass syndication. What I mean is we are not going to be giving we're going to be using a lot of relevant keywords, okay, and they're very, very tightly grouped kind of keywords, but they are never the same. Okay, it used to be 2 or 3 years ago, probably more than that, maybe 4 years ago now, where we would just target the same keyword again and again and again that we wanted to rank for. So if I wanted to rank for SEO services, then that keyword would be used multiple times all throughout the content. We would do keyword density and all that kind of stuff before, and then Google clamped down because it was really giving some horrible search results for people who were searching, and that affects their advertising as well. So what it is, they cracked down, and what we need to do now is we need to have a variation of different keywords. And the way that we can do different variations of keyword phrases is via anchor text. If you're doing it in a website, you can't do anchor text really in the YouTube. Or the most important thing in any piece of content that you put on the web is the title. Okay, your title is really hugely important. Always has been, always will be. So how do we get around that? How can we get around that when we're doing massive syndication? Now, the obvious answer to most people is we spin the titles. Well, yeah, you can spin the titles, but I've got a better way. I've got a far, far superior way to do this, and it will give us 100% buyer keywords every single time, commercial intent keywords every single time without fail, okay? And it's a really, really simple system, okay? So I'm going to explain that to you just to make sure that you understand it, that you learn it, because even if you do not buy Video Send Alpha, you can use this strategy on your own, okay? And it's really, really hugely important. And this is the first part that we get Google to optimize our content, okay? We're getting them to give us 100% buyer keywords and 100% keywords that they recommend we use, okay? And how do we do that? Well, we have this system here called long tail alpha, okay? Any commercial intent keyword, any buyer keyword phrase has 3 elements. It's always the same. I guarantee this is always the same, okay? We have what I call the front-end modifiers. We have the seed keywords in here, and we have another modifier or perhaps a location on this tab over here. Now, if I just open up my Chrome, I did one before, and I did a new one tonight, just before we came in the webinar. And what I did is I went over to the Google Keyword Planner, and I typed in the seed keyword SEO services. Google then gave me results, 800 results. You can see here my keyword ideas. It's giving me 800 results. Now what I did, I copied them into this column here, and I kept this information here just in case it might be useful for me. Now I've gone through every single one of these, or started to go through the first ones. And what you can see is you've got things, keywords, phrases like local SEO services, professional SEO services, affordable SEO services. Those words, professional, local, affordable, these are what I call front-end modifiers, okay? Front-end modifiers. So I've gone through this, and I only spent 10 minutes, not more, to do this. And I've taken what I thought were very, very good front-end modifiers. So we got words like cheap, best, affordable, small business, organic, top, etc. Okay, and for the seed keywords, I've looked to see what we've got here. Most of it was SEO service or services as in plural, and I found SEO marketing as well. And then the end modifiers, I took the best ones here, I left some out, and we got keyword phrases like keywords, pricing, company, UK, provider, packages, etc. Watch how this works. This is hugely important. I'm going to grab these modifiers, copy that, come over to the software, and I'm going to create a new project here, and I'm going to call this SEO services. I'm going to put this in here, and so my modifiers I'm going to put straight in here, okay? And then I'm going to take my 3 seed keywords, and we're going to put this in here, and then we're going to take these 12 end modifiers. I'll show you how we can do this for offline marketers as well in a few minutes. Okay, so what happens then, if I click on this preview, you can see that I've got a commercial intent keyword, white label SEO marketing company, white label marketing UK, inexpensive SEO service Australia, expert SEO marketing company. Again and again and again, commercial intent keywords. People are not searching for link building SEO service consultant unless they're looking for it. Okay, they're not searching local SEO service help unless they want some help, you know. Web SEO service, web SEO services quote, that kind of thing. It just keeps going on and on and on. So we always have 100% commercial intent keywords, okay? Let me show you how that works for local market. If I did dentist, which is the one I did before, I mean, we could put in a whole bunch of these modifiers and seed keywords for the dentist niche. But if I do the preview here, you can see I've got emergency dental surgery, central London, 24-hour cosmetic dentist. We got emergency dentist London, etc., etc. Again, it's always commercial intent keywords for those long tail phrases. Now, why is it important? How does this fit into Video Synd Alpha? Why does this connect with video syndication? Okay, when we come back up here, you can see in the options, I can choose to use long tail syndication keywords. Okay, and I can come down here and I can use it for SEO service. I can verify it, I can save it. Now, when I come over here, when I'm going to make a post, I'll just open this one that I've done already. What I need to do is I need to put in the first keyword. So I would just do something like SEO services. The first title, sorry. I'll just put in SEO services. And after that first title has been posted, then the long tail syndication combinations start to kick in. Okay, so the next one will be a combination of those three elements that I just showed you. Okay, now how this is really, really important as well. If we come up here, we need to, if we've got 30 front end modifiers and we've got 3 seed keywords and we have got 12 end modifiers, if I times this by this by this, that's 30 by 3 by 12, I've got a possible of 1,080 combinations. And we can take that further. It wouldn't be too much, it wouldn't be too difficult for me to think up another 4 or 5 of these, and that makes the number significantly higher. Okay, that's all the different combinations that we can use. How does that work with Video Synd Alpha? Well, really, it comes down to the power of the account creation tool that we've got in here, that we can create thousands of accounts. And how does this work with the SEO strategies for 2015 and 2016? Why is this going to be a strategy that Google will like? Because it's never going to be the same keyword phrases used in all these titles. Okay, it's always going to be commercial intent keywords. There's always going to be a variation with every single video uploaded. It's going to have a different title with the commercial intent keyword, and it's never ever going to be too much focus on one main keyword, but it's going to give you that overall relevancy, because we've taken the keywords from Google, from the Google Keyword Planner, from our seed keyword, which was SEO services. Everything is highly relevant. Okay, this is really, really important. So if you take one video and you want to put that one video on 1,000 accounts, then you have 1,000 variations of that title with keyword phrases that have been given to you by Google. Okay, really powerful stuff. This is what SEO is today. Okay, if we can do it properly. But yeah, we can scale it up and we can be aggressive and we can do it with a little bit of manipulation, which is why we create tools like this. But you can see we're doing it nicely. And even if you don't want to use it as aggressively as creating 50,000 syndication of syndicate a video 50,000 times, you can still do it nicely with this strategy built in, that you can just move through campaigns very, very quickly and know that you're doing things quite well. Okay, so in the description as well, what we can do, you can see these little blue short codes in here. If I wanted to, I can click up here and I can click title, I can put modifier, I can put keyword, I can put location. We've got these short codes and it will take a different one every single time. So how does this get more powerful? Because we have an optimized title, a buyer intent keyword title that is really relevant. Then we're putting another title from one of those combinations. Okay, we've got 1,080 combinations. It will go on to the next combination to put that into the description. And if I put another one at the end, which I've done here, then it will put another combination in here. So we're building a relevancy all throughout the content as well, and that gives us absolutely massive relevancy, as we're just using the keywords that Google gave us, that it recognized with the seed search that we did for SEO services. Okay, so then we just can put in a put in the category. For example, for this one, I would put how to maybe your people, and we can put in some keywords. You can spin keywords as well. Upload. You can choose a video to upload, and here we have what we call a thumbnails folder. Now we have got in the member area some thumbnails to get you started. I think we did about 20 generic ones, but it's very easy for you to get these done. There's some great tools out there that can go and create thumbnails for you very quickly, and you can just change the size of those even and change the colors and the background colors, and quite quickly you can get a bunch of thumbnails created. And what you can do as well, we can auto spin. If you just want to write some text and you want to click on auto spin, it will auto spin that for you inside the description. Okay, so it's really easy to do that and to be able to get these campaigns up and running. So once you have done that and you've done some posting and you've got some results like we've got over here, then we can choose to do more with it, because as I mentioned before, we can send it to the bookmarker, we can send it to the Web2 embeds, and we can send it to the network embeds. Okay, just click on this one more time. Up here as well, we have what we call the money URL. Okay, the money URL is what you really want to rank. Okay, that's probably going to be something like a landing page, or if you're doing products, you want your sales page ranking maybe, or if you're doing something for a client, you want to have piece of content that you want to get ranking for. You can use videos and video syndication as a backlinking system, and very easy, effective backlinking system using a tool like Video Send Alpha to send backlinks from authority sites to that piece of content. But the way I like to do it is a little bit smarter. Okay, what I like to do is I start off over here with the tube link rules, and the reason I like to do this is because I've had great success. I've had very good success if I use YouTube link rules as a first tier, and then I send the established video sharing site links over to the YouTube link rules. Okay, now the poster is pretty much similar. We've got the same things in the poster, and it's very easy just to add a Google account. And if you've got multiple channels within that Google account, you can have multiple YouTube channels with one Gmail account these days. And what you will see here is once you've attached it into the software, it will show all of your channels in here that you've got associated with this account. Now we have a little tab here that says options, and the best one to use, the one I use, is to send the video into every single channel that's in this account. Okay, you can choose one of them randomly, or you can choose one that you want to select. I find it better just to do this. It's so fast in getting your video uploaded to YouTube. It's better just to do this and create a link reel and use that as your first tier. Okay, and when that has been done, when you've got these results, what I normally do is I go to the Video Send Alpha tab at that point, and I import those successfully posted URLs from YouTube in here, and it will rotate these URLs into the descriptions of the syndication that you do with the sharing sites. Okay, so it's really easy to use. Now when we want to add accounts in here, what we can do in the Video Send Alpha tab, you can see here I've got 426 accounts. That probably took me about, I don't know, 20 minutes maximum, just maybe 30 minutes to create these accounts. Okay, with just 2 clicks of the button. Right, now what I can do is if I want to pull in more accounts, I can just simply click on import, click on select all, click on import. So if I've created more accounts, then it's going to pull them in as well. And you can see I've got 739 accounts now. Really powerful stuff, and dead simple to use. There's nothing difficult here at all. This is really easy stuff, and you can do massive syndication. And all you're really doing is clicking a few buttons, maybe copying and pasting if you've got some description that you want to use, and you know, it's just a couple of decisions that you do by your checkboxes in the options here. You've got 4 checkboxes, and that's it, 5. What we can also do is we can send the URLs that are posted, we can get them automatically bookmarked as long as you've created some bookmark accounts. And again, we can use the long tail syndication keywords. Now why would we do that one more time? Because it's going to use a different variation again. So it will be bookmarking your video URL with another different combination here. So you're still building that relevancy and you're still never using the same one again and again and again. And again, it's from keywords that Google has associated with that seed keyword. So it just gets more and more powerful. At the same time, we're protecting ourselves with the variety of the keyword phrases that we're using, and even better, they're all commercial intent keywords. Okay, so the chances for you ranking for multiple keywords because of the long tails, nobody else can do this kind of targeting of long tail unless they have this strategy with this kind of technology. Okay, I don't know another tool or anybody else using this strategy to be able to do this. And so it's giving you a massive, massive, massive advantage, because a lot of different keyword phrases do have traffic and it builds. You know, you might get 5 a month from this one and 20 a month from this one and 44 from another keyword phrase, and it just builds, and that builds traffic. Okay, and so if you can target as many as possible, then you can pick up a lot of traffic. You can be ranking there, waiting for them, and you can be picking up a lot of traffic. Okay, so we can build all of that into our settings and into every single campaign as well. So whenever we do a new project, a new campaign, we'll just call this one number 2, you will see that we have to do the options again for that particular campaign. Okay, you just choose your options for each campaign that you work on. Really, really easy to use. And again, you just go to the accounts, click on import all of them in, how many you've got there, and according to how many accounts you've created, you can just pull those accounts in. Okay, this is how you can use the same accounts again and again and again, and you can maximize the value of those accounts, because if you keep putting videos in there and you build a little bit of authority, then that would be a good thing as well, because it will help you to rank quicker. Now, what we can do here as well, we can save these profiles. So if I wanted to save this campaign, all I need to do is click on the Save a Project, and maybe I want to save this by niche, and I might want to call this one SEO Services Established Sharing Site Accounts, something like that, okay? And just click on the Save. That will save that for me. So if I want to do another campaign later, I can use the same accounts. That's pretty handy to do, and nothing difficult again. Alright, so we covered so far the account creator, how it can be really, really powerful because it can create thousands of accounts. Okay, we've covered the YouTube link rules and how we can use them, how we can send those URLs over into here, into the established video sharing sites, so that we can put them the URLs from those into the descriptions of these other videos. Okay, and we can diversify it by not using the same one every single time. So we're given, for example, if I've got in here 100 accounts that I upload into video sharing sites, and in here I've got, say I've done 5 videos into YouTube, then I would have on average 20 links going to each one of those 5 YouTube URLs. Okay, that way we can diversify and we can be a little bit safer once more. Okay, and you will see the same things again and again and again when you come into the other posters. They all work pretty much the same way. You can import from YouTube for the Web 2 embeds, the network embeds. We can import from the YouTube link rule as well, so we can reuse these again and again and again. And the reason we're doing that, for importing from the YouTube link rule, is because I use this for the first tier. Okay, I'm not putting the money URL every single time. What I'm doing is I'm using my first tier, and I'm doing intelligent tiered linking with the with the long tail keyword strategy, just to build that diversity and keep ourselves safe. And at the same time, I'm diversifying where the links are going to, because there's not 5,000 links going to just one YouTube video URL. We're splitting up according to how many we did in the YouTube link rule. Okay, so all the posters are pretty much work the same, and that gives us, you know, just ease of use to go through campaigns very, very quickly and get results. Okay, let's see if we get any questions right now, Robert. I'm going to take a drink.
We have absolutely dozens of questions here, Tony, and I'll just go through some of them. Some of them I've already answered in the chat box, and people can see the answers there, and there's others that we can cover right now. One guy says he's blocked from PayPal, but I just checked that link you sent me, John Jameson, and I was able to go to the purchase of all 3 offers, so I wasn't blocked. Just to let you know that link does work. Try another browser or
Yeah.
another email. Try another email address. Okay, the description, do we put our money link in it for all the uploads, and why don't we get views on the produced videos?
Well, we didn't put a viewer, and we have a very, very good viewer, but I don't want to put the viewer in here. See, there's 2 ways we can use Video Send Alpha. There's 2 main ways that you can use it as far as the video syndication. There's 2 purposes to video syndication. One of them could be to take a very, very good video and put it into authority sites and just to be able to get more traffic, okay? The other way to use it is to do, mass amount of links into your in a tiered linking system, and you're using the videos as your backlinks. So you're linking to each other, and you're linking down the tier from tier 3, tier 2 to tier 1, etc. So there's 2 different ways that we can do that. Now, I'm not going to say that you cannot get video views from using Video Send Alpha, but what it comes down to when you're doing video views is the keywords that you're ranking for, and it comes down to the quality of your video. Okay, so how you do that is going to be really entirely up to you. Have you done a really good quality video? Have you got a compelling headline kind of thing for your money URL that you want to get views on? And have you been able to get into a niche with enough traffic in it to generate the traffic that you're looking for? So if I go into crochet or knitting, they're probably huge niches, but if I go into sub niches of that, I might get 200 searches a month for a keyword that I'm ranking for. But if I go for a sort of bigger keyword or a bigger traffic keyword, then I might have to do a little bit more work with more backlinks and stuff, and we're using the videos to do the backlinks via the Web 2 stuff that we do with the Web 2 embeds and the network embeds, and some other stuff like social bookmarking and automated linking systems via IFTTT, etc., and internal YouTube links as well. So I can't really answer that question definitively, but I can tell you that there's 2 main ways that we would use video syndication. One is if you've got a very, very good URL, you want to get it onto those authority established video sharing sites, and secondly, we can use the video syndication as a backlink system in itself, and getting authority links in a sort of tiered system that we can build as we go through the campaigns.
Okay, explain fan page syndication. Can you use it for that?
Yeah, I'm going to cover the IFTTT stuff in just a second. If you've got any questions relating to what we just covered, now would be the time to ask those ones. I'll cover IFTTT stuff in just a second with the fan page syndication.
Okay, are there any link wheel video variations of the money video, or are the link wheel videos randomly from YouTube?
Tell me, could you repeat that question, please?
Are the link wheel video variations of the money video, or are the link wheel videos randomly from YouTube?
Okay. Now, if you're going to do tube link wheels, you can use the same video. You can absolutely use the same video, and you could have in the description of your video a link in every single. You can have the URL of your money video, which would probably be from YouTube if you were going to do it if you wanted to. Okay, let me start again. I'm trying to explain this. My mind sometimes works 2 steps ahead in my mouth. Let me start again. Say, for example, I have got a very, very good video on YouTube, and I want that to be my money URL. That's the one that I really want to rank, and so I'm going to build a backlinking system using Video Send Alpha to link into that video. Now, what I would do, I would create some YouTube link builds, okay? And in the description of each video that I upload in the YouTube link wheel, there would be a link to that money URL, to the money video, the one I want to rank, okay? Now, can I use the same video to do that? Yes, I can. Yes, I can, because it will change the size of the video, it will change the headline of the video, it will change the thumbnail on the video, as long as I've got some thumbnails in the folder, and it will also change the title and the description, etc. And plus, I'm using the long tail syndication as well, okay, for the keyword syndication strategy. Now, if I've got in here 15 YouTube channels within this account, and I want to put video into those, then I can make every single one of these have a link in description to my money URL. Even if I use the same video, I can still do that. Okay, you might want to use a separate video. The way that I find this works efficiently is usually if I've got a money video, maybe it's a sales page video, maybe I'm asking somebody to opt in to get a free tool because I'm list building or something like that, then what I tend to do is I will create a shorter video or a series of shorter videos, okay, maybe 30 seconds, 40 seconds, whereas the video I've got for my money URL might be about 4 or 5 minutes, okay. So that way I can move through my campaign much quicker, and I'm using a 30-second video or 40-second video so that it uploads quicker and gets onto the next job quicker, and I can still make that video unique. Okay, so you can do it either way. The way I do it is just create a shorter video. 30-40 seconds is plenty. You can say to them, I've got a great system for you. Go and learn about Video Send Alpha. I'm not going to bore you with a long video here. Click over here and learn more, or something like that. And you can just have, 20-30 second videos, so it's really fast to upload into all these video sharing sites. Okay, what we would do then, once we've got our money URL, we're going to use that in the Web 2.0 embeds. Okay, because when we go to the YouTube to the Web 2.0 embeds, what we do, we click on here for videos, and we click to add a video. And what you will see differently this time is we do not upload a video, we take a video URL. This, you would put your money video in. Okay, what we're going to be doing with that is we're going to be syndicating that video via embed code into thousands or hundreds of Web 2.0 accounts, depending on how many you've created. Okay, so if I'm in here and I click on the accounts, you can see I've got almost 2,000 web. This is good because what I'm doing is it's making the video look popular because it's been syndicated so much, okay, or because it's on so many other websites and accounts. So that embed code always has a link going back to the video, okay. In the embed code, there's a link going back to the video. Now think about this. If I do that and I click on here to add a video, sorry, I'm in the accounts. Hold on. If I click over in the videos, if I want to go and add a video, and just edit this one, I do not need to put any link in the description because it's already going to have a link within the embed code. Okay, so the description, I can just write some text. I can put some nice spinnable text. I can still use the long tail syndication strategy if I want to, which I would do in this situation. And what you can do then, if you really want to, you can create a link wheel just by putting, hold on a second, I lost my train of thought there. Just give me a second, I had something really important to say and it's gone out of my head as I was talking. Okay, so we put a video URL here, that's for the money URL, right? And we can put in here just the text, so we do not need to put in here another URL because we've already got in that embed code a link that goes back to that original YouTube video. Okay, that will always have a link going back there. Okay, so what we can do then, if we want to, is we can, in the options over here, we can choose whether we want to make a link rule so that we would have this the first video upload embedded, the URL added into the second video, and etc., so that we can create a link rule using that as well. But the thing is, we are not putting two different URLs in the description, but it is still a link rule because what you have there is the embed code for the video that's embedded has a link going to that video. Any other link that's in the description only needs to be one link, okay? So that's what I refer to as a natural link rule, because we're not actually putting two different links into the description, okay? We're only doing it once because the embed code has already got a link in it. So that's what I call a natural link group. Okay, hope that makes sense. I've got kind of stuttery halfway through that there. You got any more questions there, Robert?
Somebody says they just bought the product and now they're having trouble downloading it. I would suggest waiting until after the webinar is over, because GoToWebinar takes up a lot of space, and you'll probably have a better time of downloading when you're done with the webinar.
Right, I've not heard any problems in downloading. So if you get stuck, if anybody gets stuck, we have two guys on hand for tech support as well. If you got problems with installation, what you need to do is you just send in a ticket, and the ticket, the URL to send in a ticket is going to be in your confirmation email. Okay, you will get a key for licensing that will be sent in a separate email. Read that the licensing email, and in there you will see the URL to go and send in a ticket. When you send in a ticket, if you're having some tech difficulty, it's always best if you put in a Skype ID or a Facebook ID, and the guys can get to you quicker. Otherwise, what they need to do is send you another ticket from support saying, have you got a Skype or have you got a Facebook? And that's an extra step, okay? If you need some help, they can even use TeamViewer to help you. They can get into your computer from TeamViewer just to do the install, make sure you got your settings correct or whatever it might be, and they will do that for you. And they're usually pretty quick, but we do have time differences. So any tech help, we have two guys doing that, as well as having 3 people in the support desk as well.
What do you recommend for people that have a Mac?
VPS is going to be a better solution for you if you've got a Mac. And the good thing about VPS as well is that you can also give login details to a virtual assistant. So if you've got someone maybe in Philippines working for you, you just have one login. It's easy for them to access and to run through these campaigns. I mean, this software, it would take less than 1 hour to really understand how to use the main parts of it. In fact, I've just showed you the main parts. There's nothing really difficult there at all, but we've got some incredible SEO built in there, and there's more to come as well, actually, that I haven't covered yet. Just with what you've seen so far, the account creation you've seen is only 2 clicks, and the posting of the videos is really easy. You just make sure you import your accounts, you make sure you've done your options, and you come over here and you just fill in your titles and description, etc., etc. If you go through the tutorial videos, you can go through it and learn it in less than 1 hour. But what I've just showed you in the webinar so far is just very, very intuitive. It's really easy to use the software. It's nothing difficult. So a virtual assistant is a good call for this kind of tool because it isn't that complicated. They can pick it up quickly, and they can run multiple campaigns every day. Every single day they can just run it and run it and run it and get your results.
Glenn Greenhall asks, why are so many accounts needed? How many accounts do I need to make? How many profiles should I make?
It depends on what your purpose is going to be. I mean, if you've got multiple niches that you're doing, how many campaigns you want to run, how many promotions are you trying to make money from? Maybe I want to do. It's almost like saying to somebody in PPC, how much should I spend for to make money online? Because it really depends on how many campaigns you want to do. Okay. Say, for example, I want to go after a CPA offer, and I get one campaign set up and running for that. Then I think to myself, let's do a separate offer. Let's do a different offer. So I set up a campaign and do it for that. Normally, if I'm doing a campaign, it depends on how competitive the keyword is as well, or how competitive the market is as well. But I will do the first run and see if I need another run afterwards. Okay, and you can do. You just do what you feel you want to do as far as the time that you want to spend on it. If I'm going to do a campaign, let's just have a look in the account creator here. Now I've got thousands of accounts in here already. If I just want to do a quick campaign just to test the market, I might do something like 20 profiles. Okay, 2 clicks of the button, come back within about 30 minutes, it's done. Okay, less than that probably, maybe even 15 minutes. Okay, then I can go over, I can make sure I've got my YouTube channel that's got multiple, my Google account that's got multiple YouTube channels, and then I just go and start importing from here. Now, if you've got a really, really competitive market, obviously you're going to need more accounts. Okay, it's going to help to do more accounts. But what you can do with the account creator, you can think to yourself, well, maybe I want to have a nice campaign that's not too aggressive. This is the way I use it often, actually. I think to myself, I want to do a nice campaign that's not too aggressive. So I might go into the established sites, and I might go and say um, 10 profiles in established sites and create those 10. Then I'll take that off and I'll go to the Web 2. And I'll say, okay, give me 100 profiles in Web 2, because this is going to be the second tier kind of stuff. Okay. And then for the networks, well, because we own them, I go crazy with these because it's really fast and easy. So I might say, okay, give me 200 in the networks and create the profiles again. And you can build it up like that as well. You don't have to do all of these all at one time. You don't have to do every single type of site all the time. Now, in the networks, if I click over here, you can see some of these. I've got nearly 6,000 accounts in that one campaign. That is because we own those networks. Okay, we control where they are, the servers, etc., where they are. We control the email servers as well, and so we don't have to worry about the sites fighting back and bot control and all that kind of stuff. It just makes it really easy for us, and it's really effective strategy as well. It's hard to answer that question. I tried to answer it as best as I could, so hopefully that was helpful.
Should we use proxies to post to Web 2.0s or just for account creation? Do we need proxies for account creation?
I kind of covered that the way I do. I just I use HMA. In fact, sometimes I will just run from different computers. I've got if you do say 5 profiles, let me start again. If you do 5 profiles and you have created those really quickly, then you just can do another 5 with a different IP. If you're using something like HMA, okay, I find that works really well. You could probably do about 10 profiles for each IP. If you want to use the proxies, it's very easy to use the proxies. Some people use them. I just prefer to keep them for the posting rather than the account creation. Let me just go and find the proxies. It's really simple to add them. My proxies, and you can use shared proxies quite well with this. I use buyproxies.org. Shared proxies, I've got a package of 25. All you do is when you go in there, you just copy exactly as they gave it to you. Okay, you can come over to the software, click on the proxies with the green add button, put them in here, add, start checking proxies, and it will do that for you. Okay, so you know you've got good ones. Any red ones, you just click on the delete. Click on delete, and hold on a second, delete deletes bad proxies, and it gets rid of that bad one. Okay, really simple to use. I like to do the account creation the way I do it. I just find it's got a higher success rate, and I keep the proxies for the posting, especially for the Web 2 embeds. You do not need proxies for the network embeds if you buy the upsell. You do not need proxies for the account creation. You do not need proxies for the posting. Okay, we own those sites. You do not need proxies. Don't worry about it. Just save some money, save some time. Okay, we can do that. So any other questions before I kick on?
Tony, there are absolutely dozens of questions. It's up to you what you want to do. If you want to go on showing people what you've been doing, then you can do that, or we can continue to ask questions. We probably will be answering questions for an hour if we do it that way.
Right, okay, let me do this. I'm going to cover 2 more strategies for you, and then we will go into more questions. So what we've covered so far, let me just recap. I like to recap so people can remember what they've understood from the webinar. We've understood that we can create massive account creation with 2 clicks. We've understood that we know how to create commercial intent buyer keywords that we can use for our titles, we can use in descriptions, we can use in bookmarking, we can use in Web 2.0, and it's always going to be different even for the same piece of content, and we can have that variety that Google needs to be able to still understand what your content is about, but not think that you're just sort of spamming the system. Okay, so there's a very intelligent way of getting around that. So we're using a combination of high account creation, high volume account creation with high volume, commercial intent, keyword titles, and descriptions, okay? So then we've learned that tube link codes are very good to use for the tier 1, okay? And there's multiple ways that we can use this, which I'm going to teach during the week in the training webinars. And we've learned how to use the posters, okay, for posting to video sharing sites, and the options that we've got in there for posting into Web 2.0 sites. And the networks is pretty much similar as well to the Web 2.0. You know, just go in here to the videos tab, add, and it's going to ask you for a URL instead of asking for to upload a video. Okay, so we've learned all that so far. So let me just carry on, and I'm going to show you two more things. Okay, we got a social bookmarker here. Just need to verify some accounts in here. I was testing that just before we came in. And we've got in here 3 different IFTTT strategies. Now, unfortunately, I used the wrong password when I was using this. I put username and password, but I clicked on start creating recipes anyway, just so that we could see the sequence of syndication here. Now, if you're not familiar with IFTTT, there's a website called ifttt.com. I'm going to cover this quickly, guys. I know that most of you probably know what this is by now. Okay, and IFTTT stands for if this then that. Okay, so what we do with IFTTT is we have an account with them. You open an account with them, and there's some websites that we can connect our accounts with IFTTT. Okay, it does something with the API key. So if I want to connect a YouTube channel, I click on the YouTube icon, and I would just simply click here to connect the channel. Now you can see I've already done it. If I'm logged into YouTube at the time, then it's just going to ask me to click on the allow button, and that means that will be connected to this IFTTT account. Okay, so why would we want to do that? What's important about that is because if you look at the other, what they call channels, we call them Web 2.0 sites probably, they call them channels. Okay, so we got other sites like Blogger, we got Tumblr, we got LinkedIn. I come down a little bit, you'll see we've got bookmarking sites, Delicious, Digo, it's got Evernote, it's got Facebook pages, Facebook, Twitter, etc. Now, why is that important? Because how IFTTT works, we can tell it to do syndication for us, and it works like this. Okay, I'll do this quickly. So if I say if this means if I upload a video to YouTube, okay, I'm going to choose this one here, upload a video to YouTube, then make it do a post over to Blogger, create a post in Blogger from that YouTube video. Okay, so that's created. That means if I upload a video to that YouTube channel now, within 15 minutes, because we've attached our account into our YouTube and our Blogger accounts into this ifttt.com account, then IFTTT is going to do a data run every 15 minutes to see if there's any new videos uploaded. Okay, if it finds a new video uploaded, it's going to make a blog post in Blogger for me. That's what IFTTT does, and we created a bunch of strategies around the different websites that we can work with. Okay, so this is what we do with Video Send Alpha with the IFTTT strategies. If you put the username and the password of your IFTTT account that you have other accounts connected with, then start creating recipes, it's going to create a syndication system that happens automatically as soon as you upload your video to YouTube. Really powerful stuff. Now imagine you've got 100 of these IFTTT accounts and you're using multiple IFTTT strategies that I've built into the software. We've got some for WordPress, we've got some for we can what I call lazy backlinks, which basically we can just use an RSS instead of activating a YouTube channel. So if I've got multiple accounts, you can see how powerful this becomes. Now we did have another tool. We do have another tool called IFTTT Backlink Commando, and what it does, it will go and create the ifttt.com account. It will go and create all those other accounts as well. It will verify the accounts. It will confirm the accounts, and then it will add those accounts. It will actually go into ifttt.com accounts that you've created and activate those inside each account. So to make 100 or 1,000 ifttt.com accounts is really easy if you've got IFTTT Backlink Commando. Okay, so that's how we use this. That's how we can use this system, so we can get further syndication. Now in IFTTT Backlink Commando, I've got some more advanced strategies than what I put in here. I didn't feel we needed those advanced strategies in this particular tool because what's happening with the syndication of the video anyway up to this point is pretty powerful. So what I wanted to do was create a system for fan page ranking, and you know, if you've got 100 accounts where you have got that Facebook fan page attached to, and you've got all that syndication happening, then you've got something really, really powerful happening here. Okay, so that's the IFTTT. And the final one I want to talk about before we get into the questions is YouTube networks. Okay, I'm going to show you what this looks like as the end result so that you can understand this better, because this is hugely important. Okay, in here you can see I've got a channel here, car dealer Thailand. Okay, and you can see here I've got a section in my channel homepage. That section says saved playlist. Okay, look whose playlist they're coming from. It's coming from a completely different channel, but it's on the home page of this channel here. Okay, so I'm using my main channel playlist with a support channel. This is what I call a support channel. We've got over 1,000 YouTube channels that we call YouTube channel network. Okay, now what happens is if I upload a video into my main channel, into the Anthony Hayes channel over here, I always assign a video to either one of 4 different playlists. And as soon as I have uploaded that video, a link will appear in all 1,000 channels because it's going to be the top link in one of these playlists. So you can see the power of this. This is internal YouTube linking. This is really, really, really powerful strategy. We've done a lot of damage with this one. You know, a lot of rankings and stuff with this one. It's very, very, very powerful. If you've got maybe 1,000 or even 500 support channels and you have this system built in, okay, then every time you upload a video, you get massive internal YouTube links. Now the good thing is you can make all of your channels relevant by using the title. You can make the title relevant. I've got this one, car dealer, which has nothing to do with what I do with the SEO, but you know, if you're going to do this properly, what you want to do is make it highly relevant. So we've got 1,000 channels for the press release service, Robert, yeah, and we have got, they're all relevant kind of titles within those channels. So whenever we upload a video into the mass media SEO channel, it's getting instantly 1,000 internal YouTube links, and we haven't done anything more than upload a video. And plus it's got all the IFTTT stuff going on in the background as well. So really powerful. This is one way that you can really get a head start on any competition by doing this kind of thing. So what the software does, how does it fit into the software? Let me just see, I've got an email verification thing here I need to get rid of. Well, what we can do is we can put in username and a password for a Google account, and again you've got all these channels that you've got connected with it. So simply all we do is we load the channels, and then in this section here, what we need to do is put in a channel name. So I would put in my main channel name, for example, and I would choose the 4 playlists that I want to embed in that particular channel. Okay, then all I need to do, I've got 2 buttons here and I can't remember which one is which. I think we've got to click this one first, start adding to saved list, and then we start the network builder. I can't remember, it's in the tutorials area. I've not used this one for quite a while because we've got all our channels built up already. But all that will do is it will save the playlist that we want to use, and then when you click on the start network builder, it's going to create this section for you. It's going to make sure that you can have this section, because otherwise what you would need to do, you would need to go in here, you would need to go into this area over here, then you would need to go down to the privacy section, and you would have to say, you would have to uncheck, this is usually checked about the privacy, so that you can make other people's playlists available to be on your sections. Okay, that's what you would have to do otherwise, but the software will do that for you, and it will create this section, and it will make sure it's looking like this. This is really powerful because we can move through it really quickly, because if I wanted to, I just click on the top one, load the channel and start the networks builder. It will create and it will tell you it's finished. Then you just simply come down and do the next one, start network builder. So you can build up, you know, a network of 1,000 YouTube channels quite quickly, depending on how many Google accounts you got to work with. Okay, if you've got, you told me earlier, Robert, that we've got about 100 channels per Google account now.
You can make up to 100 channels per Google account. I haven't gone beyond that,
Yeah.
but I know I can make 100.
Okay, so then to make a 1,000 channel network, you would just need 10 Gmail accounts. Okay, that's not even a huge amount of work to be able to do that. And what you can do then is you can create your channels within that Gmail account, and that can be really quick and easy to do as well. We'll do training on that one. We'll do training on this whole strategy. It's a really, really important strategy. And once you understand it, once you can get through it, and once you understand how quick and easy it is, in the combination of using this tool and the way I'm going to teach you how to do the multi-channels to get them created with your Google account, you will see how quickly and easily you can get this done. If you've got a virtual assistant, or if you even just got an hour a day, 1 hour per day yourself, then you can do this really quickly. You can get through this really, really, really quickly with a combination of this tool and just creating some multi-channels. It's not hard to do. We made it as easy as possible for you. Okay. Now, one more thing that I want to talk about before we take some questions. When we were talking about the IFTTT stuff, where's my software? Come back. When we were talking about the IFTTT stuff, I mentioned that whenever you upload a video to YouTube, it would go through the syndication system if you use this, okay? If you use this particular strategy, then it would go through this syndication system. Okay, so if you're using the IFTTT with the SEO stuff that I've built in, then, you know, every time you upload a video, it's going to get some syndication via the Web 2.0. But what about the videos you've already got on your channel? Is there anything we can do with those? The answer is yes, you can. Okay, and let me show you quickly how that works. If I'm in IFTTT, let's go over to my recipes. And I can create a recipe really quickly, really easily. So I can say this: if, click on YouTube, you can see I've got 3 options. If I upload a new video, also if I choose to watch later a video, I can choose this one, to watch later a video, and create the trigger, and then from there go to post over to Blogger. Okay, so let's come back to the software. Go to this tab here called Channel Bookmarks. All you need to do, you put in username and password for a YouTube channel that you have connected in ifttt.com. You can put in a channel name here and click on load the videos. Okay, so I can put in my main channel, click on load videos, and it's going to pull in the first 30 or 40. Then you can just keep clicking load videos. You can see I've got 404 videos so far. Now what I can do here, if I want to get all of those in that syndication, I can choose a time delay. Maybe I want to do it every 10 minutes or something, or every 15 minutes, and just leave it running for in the background just to keep doing this and go through all of them. All I need to do is come down here and click this button that says start adding into watch later. That means if you're doing this for a client, or you're doing this for your own channel, and you haven't done any IFTTT system before, then that means you're not too late, because I found a solution for you. You just simply put in your channel name, put a time delay, checkbox all of them if you want to, click on this button, and that will finish within about 2 minutes to add the job into YouTube to watch all these videos later. That means that you can have all of the videos that you've got existing in your YouTube channel go through that IFTTT system, and again, it's just a couple of clicks of a button. This is really, really good stuff, guys. This is really effective stuff, but made super, super simple. There's nothing difficult here at all. Okay, so okay, we'll take some questions now. Let me open the questions. Let's see.
Is the IFTTT automatic account creation software open today? I'm being asked.
No, because remember I was talking about the image captures. We had a problem with that, and because we were just coming into to launch for the video send alpha, we still need a day or two to get that one created, updated with the image captures solved, and get some of the old sites that we were using back in again. So we will open it probably next week sometime, and yeah, you'll be able to get it. It won't take too long, but we're just making sure we're getting the customer feedback from Video Send Alpha launch, so that if there's a bug or something, we can fix it immediately and focus on that. And next week we can do the IFTTT. We can reopen it again.
Okay, Mark is asking, doesn't Google freak out when you're working with YouTube channels this way?
No, no. Well, Google, they gave us the opportunity to do it. They allow us to put playlists from other channels there. I've just multiplied how many channels I'm doing it with, and not a problem.
Do we only need one IFTTT account for all video syndication?
No, 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 no. You need multiple accounts. That's when the IFTTT backlink commando tool is, pardon me, saves you a ton of time and a ton of money as well, because you can get accounts done over in Fiverr.com. You can get a couple of IFTTT accounts with all the connected accounts already attached for about Fiverr over in Fiverr.com. But if you got IFTTT backlink commando, you can go and create thousands of them. The thing that you need to understand is that each video channel that you're using, main video channel I'm talking about, then you want to have multiple IFTTT accounts that particular account is attached to. Okay, then you can get some real power in there. It gets you the video embeds, and you can do some other stuff, which I will cover when we do more training on IFTTT next week.
How are image captures solved in this software? What service should I use?
To capture is very good. Death by Capture have got a new API key now as well, and they seem to be quite good. I think somebody mentioned deCapture was good as well, but definitely Death by Capture and To Capture will do. And you can just go in your settings here. Like, all you need to do is click on the settings, go to the capture. If you're on To Capture, if you haven't got an account there, just click on the register. It will take you straight over there. I haven't used an affiliate link or anything there. I've just put in direct links so you can go and register, so you can find them, okay, just by clicking on that button.
Where do we add the image to our videos, the thumbnail image?
Yeah, okay, so when we're in the videos, when we're in the actual post part here, you can see you've got a thumbnails folder. Okay, what you need to do is you need to have a folder, maybe in your documents folder on your desktop or something like that, that you have got campaign name on it. For example, I might have one that says SEO services and have 20 different thumbnail images in there. Now, if I'm using a software to create the thumbnail, all I need to do is just change the background color a little bit, maybe change a word or something like that. You could even do this with just a white background and red text. That would be effective, okay? It's just making, the point is you're making your video look completely different. You can change the red text to blue text, and you've got, just keep saving as, and 5 minutes or 10 minutes maximum, you could have, 20 to 40 thumbnails by doing that. It's not hard to do. Just don't overthink it, don't complicate it. If you got something, a software that will create some images and stuff, there's a ton of those kind of softwares around now, then just change the background, or just use a white background and red text or black text and change it around so it will always look unique. Yeah.
Okay, I have several people who are asking for the offer link for a video send to alpha.
Okay, let me get that. So you will get link in here in the chat box, http videosendalpha.com. Okay, let me just double check that. I'll click on it and make sure we go to the right page before I post it, because I'm very good at doing typos. I think I'm a world champion for typos. This is still taking a long time to load this page, isn't it? Right, so that's the right page. Come over here. So you can get it from the chat box in here. So it's videosendalpha.com/FE, which is short for front end, and hyphen page. I don't know if you can see that there. Okay, any more questions?
Oh, there's a lot of questions here. I've noticed that CAPTCHA. Oh, wait a minute. I just lost it. I had that. Where'd it go? People are asking about how to enter the information to have the CAPTCHAs working. Is there a settings place in the VSA software where they can do that?
To the capture settings, all you do is you go over to the capture here. Hold on, I need to close that one. Go to the settings, go to the capture, and you would just put in here whatever your username and password is. You can click on check balance and save the settings, and that's it. Choose the capture service, put in username and password, check the balance, save the settings. That's all you need to do.
What else do you need to buy with this software?
Well, it only captures and proxies really. You know, you can even use someone else's video that you can take from YouTube as well. You don't even need to make your own videos for the backlinking purposes anyway. But you want to have good quality video for your money URL, and that way you will have you know, good chance of being able to convert your traffic that you're getting from your search engine rankings.
Okay, there are some people that are asking some questions about IFTTT. IFTTT.com is free. The automation software, IFTT Backlink Commando, is not free, but it will be available soon when we've done some upgrading to it. So go to IFTTT.com.
IFTTT.com, yeah. IFTTT.com is free, guys. With Fiverr, if you order to get 2 accounts done, he will create all the accounts inside and the IFTTT account for you for $5. You really don't want to do that kind of thing yourself, to go in there and create them. At the very least, get someone on Fiverr to do them, because it can be really time consuming to create accounts on those kind of sites and attach them, you know, activate every single one. To activate them in IFTTT, you have to be logged in, so that when you click on connect, it's logged in so that it can you can click on the allow button and things like that. It's just a really laborious, boring kind of job to do. At the very least, use somebody on Fiverr. You can get 2 good accounts done for $5. And when we open up IFTTT Backlink Commando after we've done the updates over the next few days, then you've got a tool that does all of that for you, and high volume as well. And it's got even more advanced SEO strategies than what I've put into these 3 IFTTT strategies I've got here. We'll do a separate training on that next week, the IFTTT stuff, because I want to create some new strategies. We've got some new websites that we can use that's attached in there now, and I'm sure I can come up with some really nice new SEO strategies from that.
For each account, do we need a separate IFTTT account?
You want to have, for one IFTTT account, you want to attach your YouTube channel. I would attach my YouTube channel to multiple IFTTT accounts.
The training on 2 networks will be most valuable for him, Len says.
Yeah, we will do that. I really need people to understand that one, because it's not difficult, but I just want to show you from start to finish that needs to be in a training webinar. This is more of a sort of mid-launch sales webinar, but I try to, you know, give as much sort of value as we can as far as showing you the different strategies that we're using these days for YouTube SEO. But we can do a separate training on that. networks so that you can fully understand it. It's really not that difficult. It's actually very fast once you understand what you're doing. It's really, really easy.
Dave asks that there is a deadline for this purchase.
Yeah, we closed the launch on the 3rd of December, and I'm going to keep it closed for a little while afterwards because we just want to take care of the people that we've got in. We'll probably do a lot of additional training and stuff. I've got down for 2 training webinars. I think it's going to be maybe 6 or 7, just so that we can go through each part of this in detail, and you can see me actually using it in a campaign, and just making sure that you understand everything. There's nothing hard. You can learn it really, really quickly. It's just that, you've got different variations that we can use with the strategies that are built in. So I want to give you some options and to understand what those options are so you can get the very best results.
Can you go over what beside VSA is available in funnel?
Yeah, well, if you purchase Video Send Alpha from that front end, then the next upsell is to get into the networks, okay? This is a private network that we've got. Just like a private blog network, we've done it with video sharing sites. I think we've got 40 at the moment, okay? We will be adding more in there as well. We've just constantly been working on the queuing system for that because I didn't want to give people limitations of saying you could only do 5 campaigns or 10 campaigns a month for the networks. So it took us a while to be able to really, really get that one working very, very well. So the networks are working really well now. That is going to be in a recurring fee because the server cost for these kinds of sites, for sharing sites, is very, very expensive. So we have to do that on a recurring. We've got it for $37 a month, I think. You've got a yearly option, and there is a lifetime option there as well. And then after that, we got some press release related SEO services done for your press releases with some additional SEO as well. That's what we got. There's only three things in the funnel: front end OTO1 and the OTO2.
What do you get with the $297 option?
For the front end, you get lifetime version of Video Send Alpha, but you do not get the networks. Okay, this is for everything else that's in here, except for
the network embed is an upgrade.
Network embed is an upgrade, yeah, just simply because of the cost of the servers, really, astronomical. They take a lot of hits. they've got a lot of videos being put in there every single day. So.
Dave is asking, can you go into more detail about what the one-time offers are?
Yeah, well, this is Video Send Alpha. You get everything in here except for the networks, the network sharing sites. You cannot get that for the front end. With the first upsell, gives you access or the option to access our private sharing site networks. For the OTO2, we're doing done for you press releases where we write them for you, and we syndicate. We get them distributed to a very, very good quality press release distribution. Robert, do you want to talk a little bit about the distribution, how the press release packages work? The SEO stuff we don't really need to go into too much. Just about the press release distribution that we're using. Just tell them,
Okay.
Yeah.
We're using what is called first-tier distribution. This is normally a very, very expensive press release to buy. If you were to go to that company and buy one, it would cost you hundreds of dollars. And we have a special wholesale agreement with them, and we're using the service to help people with their videos and their local campaigns and whatever they want to use it for with press releases to automatically rank them. They will be listed in some of the top media sites, multimedia news sites that are existent in the world. You will have PR7654 websites, hundreds of links that will be pointed back to your money URLs or your Video Send Alpha links. I always put the press release link in the description of every VSA run that I do. First thing, that's the first thing I put in the description is the press release link, and then I put a short description. and you've already got the video URL or the upload URL elsewhere in the campaigns, and so you will be able to rank pretty much very quickly with the press releases, within minutes. As soon as the press release is published, you'll appear in Google News, and minutes later in Google Search. It's not like having a website. It's like having your own authority site. Anything that you want to put out there, you have your own authority site suddenly just to put anything on it and have it ranking in Google in minutes. You don't have to work with a website for months or years trying to get it to the first page. You are pretty much guaranteed first page most of the time, depending on how competitive your keywords are, using one of these press releases. That's pretty much everything I can tell you about it, basically.
Yeah, it's a very, very powerful system. We're calling this a multimedia SEO system because we're doing the video distribution as well. And we've got those 1,000 YouTube channel networks. So if you put a video with your press release and you give us the URL for that video, we will upload that video into our channel as well, and it will get those 1,000 YouTube links as well for that. That's what the OTO2 is. Some people asking about the OTO1, they're a little bit unsure. Okay, you get everything with the front end apart from access to my video sharing site networks. Okay, video sharing site networks are 39 video sharing sites that I own, that we control 100%, and we can get 100% posting success. Okay, now these are built on expired domains. We have basically spam filtered them to make sure they were clean domains, that we're not getting backlinks from bad neighborhoods or backlinks that had keywords like Viagra or gambling kind of things. So it takes time to find suitable domains that are suitable names for to create a video sharing site on. Okay, and it means that we can do massive third and second tier backlinking using that system. Okay, we don't need to have hundreds of them because a video sharing site is expected to have thousands and thousands of videos, and that's what we're doing. Okay, that's how we're using it, and you can upgrade it anytime after. If you cannot afford that OTO1 right now, it's fine. If you buy the front end, you can upgrade it anytime later. Okay, what you will see with the countdown is it should be counting down to the 3rd of December, and then the whole launch closes. We close Video Send Alpha down until we make sure that everybody knew that we got in, has been given some training. The training, where will somebody's asking where it's going to appear. We will put it inside the member area, but I always put my webinars on my blog as well. You can go over to anthonyhayes.me. You will see we got blog posts in there. You can find the latest training that I've done inside my blog as well. So we will create a blog post in there for the webinars, the training webinars that we do with Video Send Alpha as well. Okay, and they will be syndicated into the Facebook groups and etc. as well.
Patrick is asking how you control your networks from spammers.
Well, they can't really post. They can't really post. They don't have access. We don't. We took away the registration page. We took away the upload page. We do everything via the software to go in there. I think we did possibly have that problem before, and we simply closed down half the network and we blocked. We just found a way to block them. We worked with the server companies that we use and with our coders, and we managed to just avoid it. But we've taken away the registration page now. We've taken away the page that says upload. Everything is done from the software and the software only. AMO is asking where can you get the link to the OTO1. If you have already bought, just send a ticket. Just send an email into the support desk, and they will give you the link. They will tell you how to go and upgrade. Or if you go via the JVZoo, JVZoo always send you a confirmation when you purchase, and they give you a link where to get that purchase. If you follow that, then you can just go over to click on the button that says go to get my product, or whatever the terminology is. And when you go there, you will get taken through the funnel again, I would imagine, and where it will recognize your purchase, etc. from the front end. If you get stuck, send an email to support. We will help you.
Patrick is asking how you control the networks from software users abusing the networks.
Well, they need to have access that we've got, and they don't have access that we've got because we've tweaked it. adjusted several things so that only Video Send Alpha can connect with those networks.
Is there an affiliate program for this?
Yeah, if you go over to JVZoo, you can find the affiliate offer. Let me just see if I can find it for you quickly. So JVZoo, I need to go over to the seller's dashboard. Affiliate details page. Copy link. Here we go. I'll put it in the chat box here.
Okay, Len says he has the first two purchases. This is if he wants to buy the press release video ranking service later. Is this going to be available?
Yes. We're going to keep that. We're actually going to grow that. I think there's a massive demand for that. People just don't want to do stuff themselves. So we will expand on that later. But I think we did get about 40 people already in for that. So we'll probably not reopen it immediately after launch. We need some time just to make sure that we've got all our staff able to work with the volume that it creates, and then we can reopen it once we've developed a really strong system for the staff to work with.
So the lowest offer on the page is $27 a month for the VSA software, right?
No, it's not per month. If you don't want to buy this full version of Video Send Alpha, I have created just a very small short version that does single profile account creation, and it will create accounts on 7 established video sites. I just didn't want people to go empty-handed, so I gave that offer, but it's nothing as powerful as what you see here in front of you.
So if I buy the light version, may I upgrade to one of the other packages later?
Yeah, you probably could do that. Yeah, just send in a ticket to support, and we'll tell you how to upgrade. Yeah.
Okay, how much are the one-time offers? Are you willing to share that?
Yeah, sure. There's no secrets there. The OTA one to get access to the networks, it's either $37 per month, or $197 per year, or $297 lifetime. Okay, that's to get access to the networks. But this is unlimited campaigns that you can use. We did think about, limiting the campaigns and saying you could do 5 a month or 10 a month. It's not really that kind of strategy that we want to be using. We want to be able to get full power, and that unfortunately means a heavy load on the servers, which unfortunately can be quite expensive. So that's why it's priced as it is. For the done for you campaigns in the OTO2, it starts at $67 for 2 campaigns a month, $97 for 3 campaigns, and $147 for 5 campaigns. If you think how much it costs to do a press release in some of the most more familiar press release companies that are selling to the internet marketing community, you will know that it costs about $300 to get 10 credits where you have to write your own press release or use an automated tool to do it. We do the press release writing, we do the syndication, we're doing the video syndication, we're doing the bookmarking, we're doing the YouTube channel networks, all for the same price as it would cost you to write one of those. And if you forget to write your press release, you might lose your credits depending on the company. We don't have that problem. What we're doing is we're just saying, okay, if you understand the power of press release for syndication for SEO, then you'll understand that if we combine that with the video marketing strategies that we got, with the bookmarking strategies that we got, with the internal YouTube SEO strategies that we got, then we have a powerhouse system that works. And all you need to do is give us your money URL, give us a URL for a YouTube video, because this is multimedia, okay, and give me maximum of 3 keywords, and we will have the team do something similar that I showed you with the long tail syndication, and all that stuff will be done in the background. You just give us the URLs and we will do the rest. You don't need to worry about press release writing, which is a great thing to resell to clients. If you get any offline clients, you can make nice profit on that. Really nice profit.
The version of VSA Bot does not have the network embeds. How may I get them? I would send a support request to support@anthonyhayes.me, and they will send you a link. I won't put that in the chat box now because a bunch of people will probably buy it without getting the initial software, and it won't work without that. So
Yeah, you
just send
just
us a support
increase the
request.
support desk. Yeah, yeah, good thought. Yeah, you need to buy the front end first, and then you should get taken to the offer to buy the networks. That should be the next page that you see.
I have several people talking about how they think this is probably the most powerful video marketing software they've ever seen. And one guy saying he goes to all the webinars and sees what's offered. He buys a lot of things, and he's never even seen anything like this. Even softwares that cost thousands of dollars do not compare to this Video Sync Alpha.
The nearest comparison to this, I would say, would be Traffic Geyser. And Traffic Geyser was groundbreaking when it first came out, but that sells at $2,000, and you cannot get your links that they post to. You cannot create thousands of accounts as well. You know, it's just not possible. I did say at the beginning of the webinar, my goal was to make this the most powerful video SEO tool ever, but we haven't finished with this. We've still got some things to add. And some options that we're going to add in here in the next couple of weeks as well. So keep an eye out for that, because we got some great strategies that we haven't even put in here yet. And I just don't want to confuse people with too much at one time. But we got more.
David is asking, does YouTube Live Commando and IFTT Backlink Commando, are they obsolete now because of the VSA software?
No, not at all. They can work hand in hand. I mean, you can use the IFTTT Backlink Commando to create the IFTTT accounts in bulk. We're giving as a bonus the YouTube Live Commando. This is good to use for like a money URL, because we know that with YouTube live streaming, as opposed to traditional uploading, we can get faster rankings. The key to keeping those rankings is backlinking. Okay, you can get fast rankings with using YouTube live stream, but sometimes you will see that the rankings drop unless you're using backlinking. So that's why we put into the Tube Live Commando, when we did the launch for that one last year, we put some extra options that people could get for backlinking. But it all works together, guys. It all works together. The IFTTT, YouTube live stream, it just gives us more options that we can be a little bit creative with our strategies, and we can, you know, look to get the very, very best results.
Will this ever be available in Mac?
No, unfortunately, you know, the tool like this has got so many lines of code, and it's written in .NET, and unfortunately .NET we cannot use with the Mac unless you're using something like a VSA or Parallels or whatever they call it that they can put on the Mac computers. Unfortunately, it's just because it's in .NET. We find for this kind of tool, as opposed to, say, for example, Adobe Air. Adobe Air has limitations. You cannot do things like the multi-threading and the massive account creation and stuff. It's not that kind of programming that would create a tool like this. We had to do it within .NET, unfortunately, but you can see the base that we've created. If you have a VPS, or if you use something like Parallels. But I know that we've got customers that, you know, they bought a cheap PC just to use our tools. I know several people who have done that, you know, for a couple of $100 or something, and they buy other tools as well, not just mine, and they just have a little second-hand PC that they use, and that means they can use these kind of tools. And also, if you're doing that as a separate kind of workstation just for software, then you could be more efficient as well in your work.
I've got several people that are asking about recommendations for CAPTCHAs and for VPSs, and what I'm going to do is send you to the Facebook group for that.
Yeah.
All those questions can be answered quickly in the Facebook group, and there's a lot of information in the files section also that you will find very useful.
Yeah.
So anything that you need to know, just go to the Facebook group and ask questions, and people will help you.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people in there, and they've been there since before launch. I think we've got, you know, several hundred people using Video Send Alpha even before we got to launch, and they've been using it daily, and they know, you know, they they have their own preferences for things like the VPS, which is the best deals around at the moment, and about the captures, etc. as well, which one is getting the highest success rate when you're creating accounts and stuff. So yeah, talk to the guys in the Facebook group and do join there. As Robert said, the file section has got step-by-step PDFs in there as well, and we've got some really good people in there who are, helpful. And we got John Curry, who's a project manager. He's the admin in there, and some other admins helping him. He's always doing some additional training and always available, to help people just to understand. But it's not a hard tool to understand, guys. This is pretty easy. I don't think we could have made it easier for what it does. It's just everything is just a few clicks. There's nothing hard at all.
Do you recommend the fastest way that people can get to making money online with VSA?
Making money online with VSA. I think somebody did, was it Tony Peacock? He did a case study in the Facebook group where he, I think with the run of Video Send Alpha, he did about $1,000 profit from that. He made $1,000. I don't know if he was doing product promotion for a product launch. It might have been that. I don't know what he was doing. You can even resell services using this tool. You can resell services. You can offer services for video SEO services, for example, and make money that way as well. Or you can go for things like CPA offers, and just really try to get your squeeze pages and landing pages built up and build a list. Always try and build a list. It doesn't matter what niche you are in. Until you've had a list, you don't really understand the power of having one. Okay, if you have a list in any niche, you can monetize that within minutes of sending an email. Okay, always try to build a list. We'll cover things like that next week when we're doing the training.
Okay, there's a couple of more questions here, and then we'll be pretty much done. Does the thumbnail folder load the whole folder, or do you select the files to upload?
I think you open the folder and you can just pull in multiple files. I actually don't use the thumbnails. I don't use the thumbnails at all at the moment. Maybe John can answer that. I know he uses them a lot.
Doesn't that duplicate accounts? If you're making all those thousands of accounts, won't some of them be duplicated?
Not the accounts themselves, they won't be duplicated, but if you mean we're using the same video into those accounts, yeah, we are, but we're changing the size and the titles and the descriptions. I'll do a video next week, actually. Let's do a video. When we do the training next week, we'll do one extra one about the thumbnails, how we can use that. I've got a tool that I use that can easily just change the background colors and change the text color and change the words, and you can just like save them really, really fast and really quickly and do it all within about 5 to 10 minutes. We'll cover that in a training. That's the only reason I don't use them, because I just didn't get around to doing them yet. We'll create some generic ones that we can put in the member area. I think we've got 20 in there right now that you can use as well.
How many sites are there in the Web 2.0 sites?
Good question. Let me just check. We kind of took some out and put some back in when we solved the reCAPTCHA 2, so I'm a little bit unsure right now, but if I go into the account creator, we go into bulk, click on the Web 2, take this one off. I'll give you an approximate, I'm not going to count all of them. Looks like about 15 maybe. No, maybe about 12 or something like that. We might add some more. It's not the amount of accounts, it's not the amount of sites, it's the amount of accounts that we create, okay? Not every Web 2.0 site is able to take an embedded video, for example. Some of them just don't do it, which is kind of surprising. But it's the ability to be able to create massive amounts of accounts and safely as well while you're doing this, and accounts that just you have, that nobody else has. You know, some people can do networks, and you have to be very, very careful how you do networks, because you're going to have too many different kinds of videos with different niches, all getting all mangled up into these accounts, unless there's a very, very good system that has been properly thought out and done. And that can cause a lot of problems, can actually do you damage unless you have, you know, if you have a system like that you're using. It's always better just to create your own accounts. You're safer, and you don't undo any hard work that you've done initially before you start to get to that point with the Web 2.0.
Is there a way to check the spun text before
Yeah.
you start
Oh,
your
the
project?
preview. I had asked for that to be done. Let me just check. I actually just thought about that now myself, that you said that. I don't think we have. We should be able to. We can add that. We can do a preview. Um, John, if you're there, can you just make a note of that and remind us tomorrow we'll get that added, that we can do a preview for the
How
spin
long does the
tags.
ranking stick when you're using the VSA software?
Sorry.
Is there how long do the rankings stick when using the VSA software? Is it going to be any less effective than doing anything manually?
No, it's going to be more powerful because you're able to do it, and you're able to do all these built-in SEO strategies that I've built into the software just by checking a box. So that, you know, if you're just uploading a video and you've got one video, even if you can get traffic to that one video, you're missing out on traffic from the syndication that you can do if you put it into other high traffic sites. And then when you're doing the backlinking system that we have built in here, that is designed so that we've got enough variety so that we can get our rankings up and we can maintain the rankings. We can get sticky rankings instead of rankings that appear for a few days and then, you know, disappear. It's a very, very effective system that we have here.
Is the spinner that the VSA software uses free?
No,
Where does
no.
it come from?
We're using, in the settings over here, you've got some choices. Okay, for the text spinner, you can choose Spin Rewriter, Best Spinner, or Word AI. Um, Either Best Spinner or Spin Rewriter is good. So is the Word AI, but it's a little bit more expensive, I believe.
Okay, Tony, we could keep on going for hours if
All
you
right,
want, because
guys.
people have added more questions. We've got dozens of questions, or we can end it now because it's been almost 2 hours.
Yeah, okay. Guys, look, you will not be disappointed. If you're still sitting on the fence, you've got until the 3rd of December. Then we're closing it. When we reopen, we're probably going to be a lot more expensive. As I mentioned before, Traffic Geyser, which is not even as powerful as this, sells at $2,000, okay? We will probably be putting the price up when we do reopen it. So, you know, just get in, use the software. You might see some other tools that you think is, you know, a lot less expensive and stuff like that. They're not built like this. They are not built like this. They haven't got the strategies that we have got. These strategies have been well thought out over time, tested and proven time and time and time again. This is, you know, the best video SEO tool as far as I'm concerned, and it's going to get better over the next few weeks as well, which you will be pleasantly surprised when you see the stuff that we will be putting in here. So if you're sitting on the fence, you know, what can I say? We've created a brilliant tool. If you're serious about video marketing, about video syndication, and doing it nicely, doing it intelligently, but at the same time able to get a bit aggressive with it if you want to for competitive markets, then this is a fantastic tool. You can save a lot of money using this. Really, seriously, you can save a lot of money. Save you from Fiverr gigs and all that kind of stuff. It's just really easy to use. Okay, so I think we'll wrap up there. If you've
Just
got
one more
any,
thing, Tony, before we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Uh, some people are asking when the next training is, and other people are asking where the support desk is. Next training is going to be this Sunday, and I'll be sending out an email to everybody in Tony's
No,
list to notify them.
it's before then. The training we have on Tuesday. We have training. I'm going to adjust the time of this one. I've got two clashing here. I do some product creation coaching as well. We've got these clashing. I'm going to bring the time down for this one because I've got it at 11 p.m. It's on Tuesday. You would, if you've bought Video Send Alpha, you will be registered in here automatically, and GoToWebinar will notify you of the time change it will probably be something like 7 or 8 or 6 p.m. Eastern time, something like that. Okay, so Tuesday is the first training for Video Send Alpha customers, and we will cover the basics, and we will cover the strategies, when to use them, when not to use them, and best practices for those particular strategies, okay? And we have the Facebook group as well, where you can always ask questions. We like, you know, to be able to discuss things like the strategies and stuff in there, and talk about video SEO and video SEO in general. So, you know, you can get more knowledge just talking to people who are doing it every day and doing it successfully, and get some ideas. Okay. If you got any further questions, you know, I've showed you everything I possibly could here, you know, and kept it really, really simple as possible. If you still got any questions, you're welcome to send a ticket into the support desk. If you're a customer, you're looking for details of support desk, you will find it inside both the member area, and you would have received an email from our license system with your license key. In that email, you've got a lot of information about member area links, and the support desk link and things like that. You've got all that information sent to you multiple times from JVZoo, from license system, from Aweber as well. Multiple times the support desk URL has been posted, okay? But if you want to send any further questions, just send an email to support@anthonyhayes.me, and we can get back to you. Okay, I think we can wind up there.
All right. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you very much, guys, and I hope you got some value from tonight. I'll see you soon. Bye.